Peace, 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 brothers and sisters. How you doing? I'm sure I'm in wrong. And this is Chronicles chapter 8, verse 10. The books I've showed you are the books from out of my library. The Black Woman's Guide to Understand the Black Man. The second book is the Black Men's Guide to Understand the Black Woman. The black and white one is called Are You Still a Slave? The blue book is your parents, the things your parents should have told you. Today we'll be working on The Black Woman's Guide to Understand the Black Man by Shahrazad Ali, and we'll be The Black Woman's Guide to Understand the Black Man. We'll be using these books again in today's session. Before we get into the session, let's go give all due the respects to the Creator. The sun rises, Hotep, Ashe. This is Chronicles chapter 8, verse 10. Let's get into it. Brothers and sisters, the title is Lies and More Lies. Why do we lie so much? What is the reason why we choose to lie? To cover up? To explore of the fantasy, to the heightened of a story, to try to tell someone that you've done something with them and you have not done nothing at all. But your lies can come from so many different angles. We're still trying to get to the note of why do young people believe they need to be in a relationship, and then they will tell a lie to hide what they're doing. Let's not pretend that none of us know what I'm saying, because most of you have done it. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? We sat up there and we created the lie. We told this lie so we can tend to our parents or whoever's our guardian that we are safe. We're listening to the words and the things and the instruments and the tools they gave us. But in fact, you're barely listening at all. But you're telling a lie to make it look like you're innocent, male or female. So brothers and sisters, I want to get into it right away. Right away, I want to get into it. The Black Woman's Guide to Understand the Black Man. I want to get into the reading, but I told you before, prior, I said to you clearly that when I present the Sex Chronicles, I'm going to have books to use them as a guideline. As a matter of fact, let me go to the Black Man's Guide to Understand a Black Woman. And where I want to go first is chapter 15, Sex, Her Feelings, Bedroom, Protocol, Apprehensive, and Ideas. Let's get into it. 145. Okay, here we go. Pay attention clearly. Let's dive right in. The Black woman spends a great deal of her days and nights being aware of her sexuality. She She thrives nearly involuntarily as a result of all she has learned from other black women and girlfriends her age. She is impressed that her sex is a bona fide point of leverage she can wield against the black man to get her way. She will use her sexuality to smear a black man and will misrepresent the intensity of her sexual desire to get his attention. She lays sexual traps for him and behaves plentifully like a drop lop when she is alone with the black man she is trying to lure. She is cunning and plots to get into the bed because she believes that once she has sex with the black man, it is the will give her certain rights in his life. Since she connects sex with love, when she deceptively persuades the black man to sleep with her, she thinks that she has convinced him to love her, or at least show a measure of love that she thinks is bonding. Since she is such a pseudo-romantic creature, she cannot be trusted in the presence of strange men for a long length of time because she is always open for a line, especially if it's one telling her how beautiful or desirable she is. She believes anything a black man tells her if he looks good to the compliment. Wait, no, hold on. Looks good to her physically. She is easily flattered but will pretend that compliments are not really important to her and have no bearing on whether or not she's attracted to the black man. Without expirations of the black man pursues her long enough with the compliments, flowers, phone calls, and the like, she will ultimately go to the bed with him. She enjoys the special attention and wants to believe that he will compliment and admire her forever. This is a creation of a lie that she creates in her mind. It's a lie, it's a fantasy. And then she wools it and weaves it to trap you as a man. Sometimes it can cost you, brothers and sisters. It can cost you. That lie can cost you a lifetime of pain. What I mean is, you have a child by someone who you really don't know, but your fantasy that you have weaved in your head and you believe is going to work out so good, it can cost you a lifetime of pain. Some of you already have lived this life. You've probably even seen it in your own household. You don't wear no protection. You believe that you need to have sex in the raw. You try to convince this man that by having a baby, he's going to be the best father he can be. You will coerce him. You will get angry at him. You will tell him he can't have this. He can't see his daughter. And you won't even say his daughter. You'll say my daughter. Because you want him to comply to your lies. Let's get to the black man. Let's get to his world of fantasies, lies and deceits. Whew. I need you to understand, brothers. You ready? Today's most of them are very, very far from attending these goals. Over the years, much has happened to influence his attitude and behavior. All studies shows that of the top 10 causes of death among African Americans, every affliction kills more black men and black women. This is considered to be a tribute to what black men do and how they act. Despite the fact that the black woman complains or more element and says that they feel bad much of the time, black men die quicker. They are used to plunging themselves into daring and dangerous plots. It hasn't mattered as they lived in the society where death of the black woman perceived as more horrifying and important than the death of black man. Thus, rarely are black men seen as an innocent in a situation. He is generally thought of as a perpetrator due to the demands of perpetrator due to his demeans, images as being unscrupulous and exploitive, mostly of black women. This is not to say that all black men conduct themselves in a negative way with females, but they have grown quite used to blaming women for their overall conditions. It has become a habit for him to complain the white man won't let me be a man. I'm black. It has become simple with the kind of defective logic of him to blame his unacceptable behavior on an uncontrollable urges brought on by racism. This is called relief him of any moral obligations to exercise self-discipline, restraint, or explanation of his actions. He has all sorts of charges leveled against him by the black woman. He's too slow, he's too fast, he's unpredictable, he lies too much. He is guilty of multiple sexual infidelities. He beats his woman and his children unwarranted. He wants work. He blows all his money, stay out too late, forget things, won't admit when he's wrong, and the charges go on and on and on and on. It is fair to say that most of the time when a black woman makes a charge against a black man, he is surprised. Black man and the black woman decidedly have some pretty serious long-term disagreements, and studies prove that their value system of different on different topics. It has never ceased to amaze him how he can be going along his merry way, thinking everything is fine, and then his woman lower the boom and let him know that something is drastically wrong, and he should have known it. Additional to his abstract attitude about many things in his intimate relationship, he is charged with having poor impulse control. He'll have no control. He'll have sex with anything that moves. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. He will have sex with anything that moves, and he keeping going for the okie doke from women. He keeps going for the okie doke from women. Where his grandfather had 5 options regarding how he decided to deal with his woman, his father had maybe 10, but today he has possibly 50. It has become an overwhelming process these days in trying to select, date, marry, and live with the black woman. So, What do we get out of those books? Two different questions, two different answers. But the lies are still there. How we create them, how we display them, how we mount them. Listen, brothers and sisters. What we knew for a fact that people create their own illusion and what they believe. It doesn't matter if they go to church, in any institution, any mosque. You have to have discipline. You have to have discipline within yourself. You have to really ask yourself truly, do you really need to be in a sexual relationship with an individual because you want to feel good? Because you get the men who, you get the women who say that men, all they want to do is have sex with all kinds of women, right? You get the men who sit up there saying that you want to lie and having excuses so you can have sex with other men, or women too. Let's be frankly. And it's the same thing go with the men, because you have some men, which we're gonna get into that topic. The men want to sleep with men, but also have a woman. That's going to be in our topic as well. But still lies, L-I-E, that lie still exists. When you first encounter yourself in a relationship, the first few words, sentence, paragraph that come out your mouth, if you start off with a lie, you got to end with a lie. Because when your person goes, well, why did you lie to me? Why you just couldn't tell me the truth? Of course, there's going to be a lot of explanations why. But I'm not here to sit up there and smooth that out. Either you're going to tell the truth in the beginning, like I said, lies comes in many forms. A lot of people lie, they're trying to impress you. Why are they trying to impress you? If the person doesn't like you from the beginning, hey, don't waste my time. We don't need to waste time. And here it goes back to what I was talking about before. Are you still a slave? Are you still, if your mind is subject to being a slave? Mentally. Because if you need to go to your first love, remember that word, those words, my first love? You notice nobody really talks about that no more. Nobody says my first love because, is it really your first love? Now, people go, that's my first love. Well, how many times you gotta fucking fall in love to be with somebody? I beg to differ. I think it's a lie. I think it's your first crush. I think it's your first lust. I don't think it's your first love. Because if you understood what love really means, if you truly understood what love really means, and if you don't, I can go get that book. And I ain't talking about the dictionary. The dictionary gonna gives you the meaning of love, but it's not gonna give you that true facts. Let me go. I'll be right back. All right, I gotta hurry up because time is almost up. I'm gonna use the Bible. I could use a dictionary if I choose to do so, but I think my time is kind of short, so let me read the description of love. And the reason why I'm going to the Bible, because I think to me the Bible gives us a better definition. It gets straight, cut and dry. But if you want me to go to the dictionary, I'll give you the love here. But let me go here first. This Bible I'm reading, 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8. I'm going to read it quickly. Okay, this is the New World's Translation. Just in case if you want to know which one, you can get any Bible. It's the same thing. The words might change a little bit, but it still has the same effect. Okay, now let me hurry up and get to it. Okay, I'll give you a minute. If you have your Bible, you can take it out. Here we go. 4. Love is long suffering and kind. Love is not jealous. It does not brag. It does not get puffed up. It does not behave insensitively. It does not look for its own interest. It does not become provoked. It does not keep accurate of the injuries. It does not rejoice or unrighteousness, but rejoice with truth. It bears all things, believe all things, hope all things, endure all things. Love never fails, but whether there are gifts of the prophecy, they will be done away with. Whether there are tongues, they will cease. Whether there were knowledge, it will be done away with. See, I like the way love is described here in the Bible. So I'm going to quickly go to the dictionary to give you the dictionary of love. Spell love.
There are 2 words pronounced like that. Love. Love.